Good morning again. Oh, it's late, but I'm like just kind of like taking a slow day. I don't getting ready for a teacher training for a mandala workshop, painting. So what I want to talk about a little bit is boundaries, because I've really been I don't want to say tested, but pretty much shown that I have done a lot of work. This last weekend, I have a little video to construct about, like, I kind of did a little video while I was out in Quartzsite, Arizona at that big gem show, doing some camping with my mom, her boyfriend, and a bunch of humans. You'll see the video. I haven't even watched it. I've just been like, there's been so much coming up. So the boundary thing, I used to just be a doormat. I mean, you could just walk all over me and I'd just be like, yeah, that's what I deserve. Like I would just be I didn't even know where my skin began, because I just didn't have that training. I was the only child. I was a very sensitive child, and I would just take on everything around me. I could literally morph myself into, it happened during this weekend. I was like, oh my God, I'm talking like my mom's boyfriend. And I was like aware of it, not judging myself about it, but just like, whoa, I can fit into even the Trumpers. I mean, they were all like cops or ex-cops or the wife of a cop. And it was all like, Trump, fuck your feelings and grab her by the pussy energy. Sorry for anyone who's like a Trump lover. I mean, I send him, since the moment he started like campaigning, I was sending like love to him, because I saw like how unconscious he was. So no judgment. I mean, this is all fucking a joking game to me. So sorry, off subject. Boundaries. See, I'm getting all caught up in like politics all of a sudden. So boundaries. Learning to say no. That took, you can't really have a good yes if you don't have a good no. So I've been learning how to say no. It's people, like, I trigger everybody in my past because I don't make plans, and or I'll cancel plans right at the last minute, or I'm learning boundaries. So what happened during the weekend was, there was the last day I was there, and I was going to get some more stones to bring home, and some beads to like make some bracelets. And I like to give gifts. So, just finding, I got a ringing in my ear. So again, if that's happening to you, if you're having a lot of like physical things that are like, whoa, I just saw an orb, or I'm having ringing in my ear, or my heart's beating out of my chest, those are like ascension symptoms. Of course, go to the doctor if you really feel like you need to, but ringing in the ear, like, it's like, get a message, download. Okay, anyway, boundaries. This is not an easy subject for me, but here's what happened. And this is, as sensitives, it's like, we don't want to hurt anyone, or like, we don't want to, our throat has like a lot of times been shut off, and speaking our truth has not been the easiest thing. Or when we spoke our truth, we were like punished, or told that we're stupid, or we shouldn't feel that way, or we're just emotional, or blah blah blah. But anyway, this interesting thing happened, and I was at this booth where these two women were like hustling, man. They were like selling these necklaces and like telling, fucking funny. And I bought like this cool sun thing where like the little crystal ball at the end like reflects all the rainbows in the room, and it was like $10. It was a great deal in my opinion. But I had like wandered back happened to get back to their booth somehow, and I was just being really nice, and I was looking for my friend Allison. Swear, Allison, if you're watching this, you were with me the whole time. I was looking for this specific stone called apatite, and it's like this teal pretty stone, and I wanted it in a specific like formation or whatever structure. And she had a stone that almost looked like it in a big necklace that I could have taken it off of. But I was like, is that agate? And she's like, yeah, that's agate. And I said, I'm looking for apatite. It's almost that color, similar. But she's like this little short old lady. And she's like, you need to go talk to this other guy over there, and he's in the booth, and you don't know really what you're talking about, honey. And I was just like, oh, I could totally get triggered by this little bitch. But I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm like a crystal worker. I kind of know, like, I can feel the vibes of the crystals and stuff. And she's like, well, it's yellow. There's yellow apatite. And I was just like, this bitch is psycho. Why is she trying to sell me like on something, or like what is the deal? But I just kept like letting her like go, and I was like, okay. I said, but I'm pretty sure apatite is teal. It's like almost this color. Blah, 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 blah. And she goes away and she starts like ranting to her little booth friends. It was like her husband or something, and then the other lady. And then I just kind of like slip away, and I'm like almost frozen, because that's what would happen to me, like fight, flight, or freeze. And I kind of like froze. And I was like, my mom was there, her boyfriend was like, a little next to her where there was like Harley signs and stuff. And I'm like kind of like moving myself away, going to the next place, and she walks back over right in my face. And she's like, I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm not trying to be rude. And I had my sunglasses on, and I was like, something came over me. Like I found my fucking power. And I was like, pulled my sunglasses down. I looked at her right in the eyes, and I said, yes, you are. You're being very rude to me. And she just like, no. And I just like, I was like, I just kind of slipped away. And my mom kind of came over, and like, she didn't know what the hell was going on, but she was like, she felt something. So it was like it was a weird thing. It was like one of those moments where you're like, life is showing me a reflection, and I have an opportunity to still be kind, but also to have a fucking boundary. And that's okay, because I had just spent money. I had just given energy to this lady buying something. Oh, okay, I didn't buy more. I'm looking for something specific. So that's the message. It's safe to have boundaries, and it's safe to sometimes look at someone in the eye and take your power back and let them know that they're crossing your energetic alignment, and you're worth that. You deserve to speak your truth, and to, I could have fucking socked her in the face, or like punched her, or kicked her, or thrown down like her beautiful jewelry, or gone to an extreme. But that's obviously crossing her boundary. What I wanted to do was just alchemize within me wherever the hell I have an energy that says someone can do that to me. So that was a really big deal. And it was like a small fragment of the weekend, and what had happened, and what was triggered in me, and all the things that I was like, you think you're enlightened? Go spend a weekend with 20 Trump supporters and your mom and her boyfriend. So that's it. Boundaries. It's safe to have boundaries, and it's actually really, really important that as we go forward in this new paradigm, that we're able to teach people through example that it's safe to speak your truth and to be, I'm getting the word stern, to be a little more stern and not shudder. Like I used to just shudder. And like I would almost go into like PTSD where like I would shake, and that comes from some serious deep trauma that I'm still working through as a human adult. So that's the message. I mean, why not pull a card about this? Instagram only gives me 15 minutes, and sometimes I feel like going deeper. So if you feel called, go over to my YouTube channel, which is One Cosmic Love, because I think I need so many subscribers to actually do a live on there. But I would love to start doing lives, because that way it's like in the moment, in the now, whoever is tapped in, whether it's one person or 10 people, we can have a live reading. Questions can be asked. So if you feel called, we could do longer videos on YouTube. Interesting. This is confirmation from last week, because we had the angel of expression. And that Kundalini energy was flowing. Did you not feel that? And sometimes it comes out as like this beautiful, like, oh, I'm a fucking fairy dancer. And sometimes it comes out as, whoa, unlocking some of the rage, unlocking some of the past trauma, shaking up the clutter. So this is confirmation that whatever you did last week, whatever we did last week, really was alchemizing and changing some of our patterns, some of our neuro pathways. The Kundalini energy is the most powerful energy. It's like nuclear is like nothing compared to Kundalini. That's why it's been suppressed, because once we awaken and once we turn on our Kundalini, we are the most dangerous, because you can't lie to someone whose Kundalini is turned on. Also, do you see this? So yesterday there was a lot of like UFO vibes happening around my house, and I astral travel at night. That's another video I'll do soon. But I woke up with like these dents in my forehead. So whatever happened last night, maybe we're having a meeting and I was must have knocked my head on something. More body language, I guess. But anyway, confirmation, we're doing great. Like I really enjoyed this authentic sharing, and I hope that it helps at least one person, seeing me go from like, yes, we've got this, we're heart-centered, and to, oh my god, I'm in the middle of an entire Trumper like extravaganza, to standing up for myself in my truth, to feeling like I have absolutely no awareness and that I'm just a freaking little child, to an empowered goddess who just like owns her freaking shit. I hope this gives you permission to just be your true self, and all the time, moment to moment to moment to moment, constantly just being okay with wherever you're at, with wherever you are in the moment. There's no wrongs. It just is. And authenticity is going to be the new enlightenment. So, don't judge yourself. Have your boundaries. Learn your no so you can have a fuck yes. Thanks, Lee and Lai. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Mwah.